Taj, are you happy for the quick turnaround just to get back at it? Because at times Saturday, you know, you weren't in rhythm. Other times you weren't.
Really excited about it. I just don't feel like
Tiger Snow Crew
we had the cleanest offensive performance to date this season, and you know, you got to be happy about a quick turnaround. We look at it as a sense of kind of redeeming ourselves and just getting another opportunity to go out there and just execute what we're capable of playing at and the level that we're capable of playing at. So excited about that in that fashion.
Do you view yourself as a perfectionist, and is it tough sometimes when you make mistakes just to let them go?
In a sense, I feel like I've become better with that over time. But again, kind of how it's molded and how it's built, I just want to do so well sometimes that it can affect you. And I feel like one of the things that I've grown with as a player and as a person is letting things go, but sometimes it's just kind of hard to.
So when things weren't going well early in the other day, how tough was it for you to stay within what you should be doing and not step outside of that?
It's tough, but not in the sense of me personally, but just getting the team to the end zone. You become so accustomed to it and to get this expectation of being able to get there at will whenever you want to, that when it doesn't happen like that, you kind of got to let the game come to you, let the game flow, and find your rhythm. And you can get to the point where sometimes you press it, you start to do things that ordinarily you wouldn't do in other aspects, and overall, you just got to go out there and just let the game come to you.
It wasn't a matter of giving a ladder.
No, not at all. I mean, you get hit, that's a part of the game, but again, I just don't feel like mechanically I was as sound as I needed to be. A couple of those throws, or any of those throws I miss, I feel like I can make those throws in my sleep. Touchdowns, miss, things of that nature, all because of a little bit of falling off the throws, not following through completely, throwing rocket balls 6 yards away. Andre came back to the side. I'm like, right, I did not see the ball, and so I just stuck my hand up, went to my hand. So you got to be some touch with it, and it's tough, man, because you just want to go out there and just complete every pass. And, you know, before the game, I was like, I'm going to go out here and complete every pass. It never works out the way you tell yourself.
And yet, when you hit Nuke on the touchdown pass in the third quarter, yeah, it was a pretty well thrown ball. Did you almost have a feeling of either satisfaction or relief, or, you know, kind of like you'd gotten it back, that kind of thing?
Not at all, because I feel like it's routine. All summer, all practice, you get to the point where you can make them throws all the time, complete every pass. So it's not a sense of accomplishment. And some arguments, it can be stated that you can be happy about it, but for me, I feel like I should have had about 3 or more of those. So it's a sense of just ready to get back to work. You know, after the game, it's one of those deals where it's just like, people still like, good game, snap. But you know, internally and inside, it's like, man, we got some work to do. I got some work to do. So just was excited to get back to practice this week.
Can you talk about the challenge of being on the road on a Thursday night, Clemson's history on a Thursday night, under the lights, all of those things kind of working together this week?
Just another opportunity for us to change the culture a little bit. That's kind of the way we look at it. I know history says that 1-9 Thursday night or something like that, but again, one of those deals where we feel like the culture is changing around here. I feel like the maturation of the team has grown, and don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a fight. You know, Thursday night, they're at their home place. They're gonna bring everything they got, but again, we feel like we have a strong team as well. We feel like we have a solid foundation. I feel like the coaches do a great job of coaching us up and teaching us up in the best situations possible. So for us, we look at it as if it's another opportunity to play in front of the national spotlight and show the identity that Clemson has and show what type of team that we're capable of being. So we look at it as an opportunity more than anything.
I think you were probably on the sidelines last time Georgia Tech 2009 didn't play, but what do you feel makes it so difficult for opposing teams to go in and win in a situation like that on Thursday night? Opposing home field?
It's one of those deals where regardless, it doesn't matter who you play. When you play a team in the away game, especially at night, you got to go out there and you just got to lay the chips out early. Because if not, you make a mistake in momentum shifts like that. It's all about momentum in away games, especially at night. So you got to control it as much as possible. You got to go out there and just play your game, and at the same time not worry about making mistakes, because when you do, that's when things happen. And we just got to go full throttle. Tempo's got to be at all-time high, faster. Similar to Florida State's environment, you just got to go out there and just come out early and come out swinging, and hopefully things land in the right spots.
You were saying, Todd, earlier about the urgency to get into the end zone. Were you part of the discussion on 4th and goal down there? Did they ask your opinion?
Oh, no, definitely.
They did.
I was like, I mean, what were they gonna do? It's like, I don't really look. I mean, if it's a situation like that, I mean, anybody wants the ball in their hands. Coach does a great job of letting me help him assist in certain things of that nature. He puts me in a great situation, but
because it could have been easy just to come in and kick a field goal and win by 17 instead of 21.
Definitely. But I think the competitive nature of all of us, we went 3 plays, and they were there like, all right, run it again. Yeah, run that same play. Ran the same play. You know, that's one of the things where the competitive nature comes out. And games like that, I know coaches can get judged or things of that nature, but for us, it's football. It's the way the game goes, and I mean, guys will compete to the end. So this was probably the way the guys were able to get in. So.
Do you take pride from an offensive standpoint that you make other teams press a little bit, knowing they have to execute at a higher level? Just looking at Virginia Tech, they rolled the dice in 4th and 1 early, thinking we need touchdowns, not field goals, because they're playing you guys.
So that's one of the things that in this offense you want people to fear this offense. It's like whenever they get the ball, like they need to. I feel like we need to make them feel like they need to hold the ball. So when they get the ball, they're gonna score. And that's just kind of one of the things that's steadily coming, steadily progressing. But again, it comes with execution. It comes with doing things the simplest things, footwork, the mechanics, carrying out the play fakes, everything that you take for granted leads up to those big things to the point where now you're not executing at all. So major emphasis in practice this week. Sunday I didn't even throw the ball. Kind of just got back and just working on all footwork, just dropping back, stepping in my pocket. I mean, yesterday I was full go, but one of those things where you just got to get back to what you're taught and get back to basics.
You felt the shoulders 100% now?
It wasn't really the shoulder. It was more of like kind of the muscle surrounding it. So it's fine though. It's fine. Not a problem at all.
You think in the last 2 games, you come out, you had all that sharp. Do you think you've rebounded in a way in those games that you would not have last year, maybe late in the year?
I think so. I think, and that's part of the growth process. And one of the things is that sometimes things just don't go your way. But I think one of the things that I learned from last season is that you gotta find a way, regardless of the situation. Those guys are dependent on you out there. And if you kind of just like nut up and go into a shell, then you're leaving everybody out there to drive. So it's all about just going out there and just continue to play and just trying to play with the best effort possible. Again, one of the things that I asked for all the guys earlier in the year was effort. And that's all I really wanted from the guys. Because if you just give effort, eventually things will come along. But if you start to just back off and things of that nature, nothing good is going to come from it.
You're sort of in the middle of it now. Is it tougher as a player right now to game plan for what Wake Forest is going to do to you, or are you guys more focusing on what you need to do against them in this shorter week?
We just need to execute our game plan. Not get too fancy with anything of that nature, and just go out there and execute what we're capable of doing at the precision that we're capable of.
So you're simplifying stuff this week, or?
I mean, in a sense, but I mean, Wake Forest is one of those teams where they're probably one of the more fundamentally sound teams that you play against all season. Very well coached. Do different coverage and things of that nature. When it's a pass, they're going to get in their areas quick and aren't going to budge. So you got to go out there and just execute what you're capable of doing. If not, it'll be a long day. So we just got to go out there and just do what we're capable of.
Todd, you talked about the opportunity to show the country what you can do on national TV. Is that kind of you feel like confident enough that we're going to win the game, and then also let's show what we can do to everybody? Or are you that confident?
I mean, I think it's to the point where anytime you get an opportunity, you got to try to take advantage of it, because there's not that many opportunities. I mean, it's the only game on TV, regardless. So I'm sure they feel the same way over there. So it's going to be one of those deals where who comes out with the edge, who comes out the most disciplined and ready to execute the best. And we got to go out there and just make some plays. But I'm confident in our guys. And it's going to be a good game.
So what should we watch? The NFL Thursday night game or you guys?
Who plays Thursday night?
I have no clue.
Vikings, Buccaneers.
Well, that answers that question.
Thank you, Taj. I know why Greg knows. Keep your arm open.